For A-level pupils, teacher assessments will only be used to help set grades on small courses with 5 or fewer candidates. Are you serious? Development said that they don't care about the teachers' grades, basically. They're really just saying absolute nonsense. Like, let's not sugarcoat this. Let us not sugarcoat. See, this government is literally last minute. Like, what is going on? Results day was meant to be in July. They said it would be in July, and now it's August 7th, and you're saying that you're going to ignore the teachers' things that they spent how long organising and getting evidence for. The organiser of the SQA protest was predicted an A, and she got an A in her mocks, and then she got a D. So clearly something is going wrong here. I'm not looking forward to results day. I am not looking forward to results day, and I know it's going to be a traumatic day, and I know that, you know, maybe we're going to have our own protest as well, because what is going on? Like, I can imagine my teachers take the rank order and assign people grades, and then for all of that to just be changed, 40% of that to be lowered, is just very odd. Usually they'd only have a few months to mark the papers, but they've had since March to march and make a methodology, which they haven't done. How the government don't know what they're doing, and just because of the SQA results, now they're finally saying that people can appeal as an entire school but not as individuals, like you can in Scotland. There's so much information that I'm reading right now, like, tell me why I'm reading like 60-page documents about this. But anyway. Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Leah, and today I'm going to be making a video about the mess that is our result. My last video was about the Scottish A Levels, the SQAs, which are like GCSEs and A Levels with national hires and national fives and higher fives and all of that. That video kind of popped off. It's a scandal. One of the main reasons I wanted to do this video is to bring more awareness, because literally today, 7th of August, there has been protests, actual protests with hundreds of students gathering and protesting and making signs and just bringing activism. And in that video I mentioned a petition. Now it's got loads more signatures, which is great, but one of their main things was that, you know, we need to do more than just a signature, more than just a petition, you know. So the Guardian headline: nearly 40% of A-level results predictions will be downgraded. Exactly 39% is going to be reduced, adjusted down before the students receive their results. So 300,000 A-levels are lower than the teacher's assessment of 730,000. So analysis, I'll just read it. I'll just read the article because what's going on. Anyway. Nearly 40% of A-levels submitted by teachers are to be set to be downgraded when exam results in England are published next week. The Guardian has learned as criticism intensifies for this year's makeshift results. Analysis of the algorithm used by Ofqual to distribute grades amid coronavirus will 39%. A net 39% of assessments of A-level grades are going to be adjusted down before students receive their results. That is absolutely insane how high that is. Like 40% will be reduced. Yikes. So that would mean that 300,000 A-levels would be lower than the teacher's assessment of more than 730,000 A-level entries in England this summer. And then GCSEs. A net of 2 million teachers' assessments are going to be adjusted downwards. 2 million. Can we have a moment of silence for that? 2 million. Milliona. Million. 2 million for GCSEs. And in many cases, completely ignored. Thanks for that. Okay. There was an uproar in Scotland this week when exam authorities rejected nearly 124,000 grade recommendations from teachers, a quarter in total. Unlike Scotland, English pupils are barred from appealing. Oh my goodness me. They've really just got us ready to be suffering, like. Okay, so grades instead will be issued according to Ofqual's statistical model, relying on schools' recent exam history in each pupils' previous exam results to replace exams scrapped after schools were closed. So there's going to be issues between B and C and C and D. Oh my goodness. Mr. Tim Oates, the exam board person, group director of research and development, said that they don't care about the teachers' grades, basically. They don't care about the teachers' rankings because they're all wrong. They're really just saying absolute nonsense. Like, let's not sugarcoat this. Let us not sugarcoat. They're trying to say that results will improve by 2%. Thank you so much for that 2%. So useful. Thank you. Oh my gosh. So the main issue that I've gotten from this article is that they don't really care about the teachers' predictions. Like they said, I don't care. That's what they said. So basically, from the Guardian article, it says, I'm crying, okay. So this article's saying that from the backlash of the SQAs, they're now going to allow whole schools to appeal grades. So if it's a very different pattern, blah, 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 but they won't have individuals, they won't allow individuals to appeal like you can in Scotland. So, you know, you Scots are winning, honestly, because this is not it. So the main problem is, the main thing that's kind of irking me, the private schools that have literally like 10 people in a class are going to be living life, because for A Level pupils, teacher assessments will only be used to help set grades on small courses with 5 or fewer candidates. Are you serious? For all of you people that are doing like Latin or Japanese or like some niche subject where there's like 2 people doing it, you're getting what your teacher gave you with no standardization, with no thought, you know? And that is just that. But on larger courses, it will play little to no role. Tell me how that makes sense. On larger courses, teacher assessment will play little to no role, with grades being awarded instead based on the school's recent exam history and each pupil's previous exam results. So how does that work? Like, how are they going to standardise the previous exam results? You know what I mean? The pupils most likely to benefit from the teacher assessments will be those taking courses with very small entries of 5 pupils or less, such as German or music. Oh no. No way. Those taking popular subjects such as maths or biology with more than 15 pupils will be exposed to Ofqual's algorithm, and the teacher's assessment will be ignored. How can they say that they're ignoring? They can literally like proudly say, we're ignoring the teacher's rank and the teacher's grade and the teacher's assessment. Like, how can they fully say that confidently with vim? The Guardian, you know, they told the Guardian, we're not going to even look at that. We're not going to use it at all unless you're a private school with 3 people in your class. Like, are you actually serious? They said it'll be ignored. Ignored. Let that sink in. So, the Labour Education Secretary said the government should have ensured that Ofqual had a robust system. Oh no! Gosh, this is literally... You know, I could have told you this. I've made so many videos on the situation. See, this government is literally last minute. Like, what is going on? Like, it was results day was meant to be in July. They said it would be in July, and now it's August 7th, and you're saying that you're going to ignore the teachers' things that they spent how long organising and getting evidence for. So Kate Green, Labour Shadow Education Secretary, said the government should have ensured that Ofqual had a robust appeal system in place from the beginning, instead of announcing one matter of days before A-level results. They must do far more to ensure the system is genuinely fair. So all you people that have 3 people in your class, like, you're literally like blooming. My school literally had so many people in a class, and that was that, you know, like, So now we're all just done for. Unexpectedly, on my last video, I actually got like low-key some hate, and I was like, why are people hating on this? Like, why are people disliking this, etc, etc. But I realised this is literally like such a political issue, and that's why people are like hating it, because all you private school people that are benefiting from this are literally like living life. Like, you're literally happy that this is benefiting you. But then all the people from large schools or like bad schools, etc, are just not having it, and we're just like, what is going on? The government said that they were going to have results day earlier in July, but now they've said that it's going to be, you know, it's going to be August, and you would have thought that they would have used that time to make a more robust system, but instead they're just announcing, oh, Scotland went wrong, so maybe we should change so that people can appeal, but not everyone can appeal, so just the entire school can appeal, so then that'll make it harder, so that we'll have less work to do, because, you know, GCSEs will have like 2 million people having their grades reduced. A levels will have what, 300,000 people? It's just not adding up, love. It's not adding up. So I'm not looking forward to results day. I am not looking forward to results day. And I know it's going to be a traumatic day, and I know that, you know, maybe we're going to have our own protest as well, because what is going on, like massive, they've organised a massive protest, and basically the problem was all of the deprived areas in Scotland were getting a lot lower results, because, you know, poorer schools tend to do worse, and like private schools obviously do better. So they were using that data to just skew them all down. And the statistics for this, it's a bit mad. Oh my. So the results based on their prelim results, which I assume is their mocks, their coursework and teachers' judgment, were adjusted based on the school's previous performance. So in deprived areas, the higher passes, like the A level passes, were reduced by 15.2% in the deprived areas. But in the posher, richer, less deprived areas, the affluent areas, where you've got all the rich people and all the politicians' children, they were reduced by 6.9%. 6.9% compared to 15%. 15.2% compared to 6.9%. Like, this is literally not it. Like, this is why they're saying that it's classism, that it's just unfair. Like, you're literally setting up this entire generation of Scottish people and probably A-level people to be held back because of their terrible, poor area. And it's like, just let us be. Like, I really just wish that this country and, you know, the entire nation just did online exams like every other country, and, you know, we would have been fine. And I understand that there would have been difficult cases then, but it would have been better to do this whole grading thing with the people that weren't able to do it with extenuating circumstances, compared to not having online exams and just relying on this thing which is going to lower 2 million GCSE results and 300,000 A-levels. So that is insane. Like, I feel like clearing is gonna break. Like, how are you gonna accommodate for 300,000 people? It's not funny, love. It's not funny. So on Twitter, I found this letter from a head teacher in Scotland, and it just sums it all up. Honestly, it's a bit mad. The whole appeals for the SQAs are going to come out next year in 2021. So that is a long time for people to be waiting for the correct grades to come through. So that's very much an issue. In Scotland, Headmaster Rod Grant on the 5th of August, he said, "I award the SQA a fail. I am beyond angry. The SQA is, in its infinite wisdom, appears to know our pupils better than we do. There were 436 presentations in the school this season, and of those, 138 were downgraded." That's the whole school. Oh, that's the whole school. This means that 32% of our estimates were deemed inappropriate. What this essentially says is that the professionalism of my teachers in reaching their estimates is being called into question, that the SQA is openly questioning our assessment credibility. I can't even read, that's how stressed I am. The estimates provided to the SQA were honest, sincere, justified, fully evidenced and moderated within the faculties. Following this lengthy and arduous process, we know the estimates provided were the true reflection of each candidate's achievements. Oh my goodness, this is so sad. Anyway. However, to ensure that the SQA statistical model remained credible, a whole section of individual pupils have been disadvantaged through no fault of their own. Is it not the ultimate irony when members of our own teaching staff have been invited to assess appeals but whose own results have been put in question? The situation is nothing short of complete shambles, and the time is ripe to ensure that the whole-scale change takes place. A full-scale independent review should be enacted as a matter of urgency. Mic drop. He said what he said. He said what he said. Come on, Grant. Mr. Grant. Mr. Rob Grant. Period. So definitely I can imagine my teachers spending so long to, like, you know, make the rank order and assign people grades, and then for all of that to just be changed, 40% of that to be lowered, is just very odd. Like, I feel like they should have just assigned each school the amount of A stars and whatever, like, before, and then just let them slot that in. Like, that would have been a great idea, you know? Like, they should have hired me, because obviously they weren't thinking. It wouldn't have been that hard for them to, because it's been since March, you know, like, usually they'd only have a few months to mark the papers, but they've had since March to march and make a methodology, which they haven't done. So I feel like it would have been a good idea for them to have securely sent all of the schools the amount of grades that they should have in each section, and then just let them assign people in that order. Say there's a large school with like 2,000 people doing maths or something, so they say, oh yeah, you get 200 people getting an A, 100 getting a D, and it's just like, you just put the people in the actual blocks instead of them saying, oh yeah, you just rank them, just do it. So now it's like someone getting an A is getting like a something. Like the organizer of the SQA protest was predicted an A, and she got an A in her mocks, and then she got a D. So clearly something is going wrong here. Like, how is that allowed? Is that allowed? Yeah, that has been my video on the SQA results, the A-level results, how they're all relating, how we can learn from the SQA results, how the government don't know what they're doing, and just because of the SQA results now they're finally saying that people can appeal as an entire school but not as individuals like you can in Scotland. So thanks for watching this video. I hope that you feel a bit more informed on what's happening, because it's very scary, but what will be, and que sera, sera. So please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.